How the heck do you survive on YouTube in 2025 as a small channel? It's kind of crazy out there right now because, well, there's so much advice. Do I do shorts? Do I do long form content? Do I do live streams? How fancy does my editing need to be? How many videos should I post a week? Are these starting to sound familiar? You've probably asked yourself these questions. Well, what I'm going to do, and the goal of this video, is to help you get rid of all of the noise. And my hopes in this video is to show you and really remove a lot of that stuff and have you only focus on what really matters to survive on YouTube in 2025. And I'm actually going to give you just 3 because that's all that you really need to understand in order to survive on YouTube in 2025. So let's get into it because we've got some things to cover here. Even though there's 3, I'm going to go deep into each one of these. And by the end of this, I do believe you're going to have clarity. You're going to be able to focus on what truly matters. All right. So the very first thing is we need to set the right expectations. The problem with following all of the gurus out there is that you're looking at their channels and you're like, oh, they've got 1 million subscribers or 3 million subscribers. And I need to have that in order to be successful. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't need a big channel because I'm living proof of it. And if you haven't been following any of my journey over the years, this isn't my first rodeo and this isn't my first channel. My first channel was only 16,000 subscribers, and that allowed me to do my first 6 figures online. Also, I did multiple 6 figures for several years using that channel. Then I went on to start another channel, which is called Brand Creators. That one there went on to do 7 figures, multiple years in a row with under 100,000 subscribers. We just recently, about 2 years ago, hit 100,000 and we did 7 figures with only like 25 or 30,000 subscribers. So you don't need to have so many subscribers or you don't need to have millions of views. You really don't. And I just really want you to get the right expectations. What is your goal? And then from there, we can figure out how to get there. And these 2 things right here are going to help you get there. I promise you, because this is what I've really followed, but I've always had the right expectations. Even on this channel right now, you might be watching this channel, depending on when you are watching this, there's 28,000 subscribers. We started this channel 9 months ago. All right. From nothing. I didn't let anyone else know on any of my other platforms, nothing. I just started this from scratch because I kind of wanted to prove to myself that I could do it again. And also I wanted to prove to others, you, that you can still do it even if you're just starting from scratch. And this channel has done well over $50,000 in income so far to date. And here's the kicker. Not all of that is from AdSense. We got monetized, yes, in 89 days, but I think we've only made around $7,000 from AdSense money. And you're going to see a little bit here when I get into it on how that was able to happen. But I just really want you to understand we need to set the right expectations and we don't need to be thinking we have to go big. We have to have this massive viral video or anything like that because we don't. All right, simplicity. What do I mean by that? When we're looking at creating videos to build an audience and to build a business around it, we need to be able to create a lot of videos. And the way that we can do that is by simplifying the process. Okay, this here, title, thumbnail, and you can barely see it. I ran out of room. Hook. That's your intro hook. Those are the 3 things that you really, really need to focus on in 2025 if you want to survive on YouTube. All right. And what I mean by that is we're starting with the title. The title is the most important piece of a video. Some people think it's the thumbnail. It's not. If you don't have the right title, the algorithm is not going to be able to push you out to audiences because it's not going to know who the audience is. So title is number 1. And the title also nowadays, with it being very, very crowded out there, we have to have a really strong hook in the title. And that's the one thing that we focus on very, very first thing. Okay. And then from there, thumbnail, yes, but also the thumbnails now, they've evolved. It's actually simpler because simple works better. And let me just show you an example of what I'm talking about here as far as if you have a good title and you have a simple thumbnail on how powerful this can be for a small channel. So this video right here was published about 2 months ago. And you can see the title in this one was YouTube Gurus Lying to Small Creators, How to Actually Blow Up. It's got 149,400 views, 8,100 watch time hours, and 4,700 subscribers. And yeah, it's made $883.36 from focusing on title and thumbnail, and yes, the hook. Extremely important because once we get the attention, we have to keep the attention. Now, let me go back here to the title. Some of you might be stuck with a title, and that is where a lot of people get stuck. Well, you're in luck because I created a swipe file of 10 of our top titles. We call these outlier titles. These are titles that have worked on this channel, but also on my other channel. They're universal. If you would like a copy of those 10 top outlier titles, just comment hooks in the comments. Again, in the comments, just put hooks, and I'll send you a copy of that swipe file that you can use. I actually turn them into templates that you can adapt them to your niche. So go ahead, put hooks in the comments, and I'll send you a copy. All right, and the last piece of this little survival guide is the audience. The audience is extremely important, and the way that we engage with that audience is we build a community. And inside of YouTube, they have a community tab, which you can communicate with your audience, and that builds a deeper connection. Now we can go a little bit deeper here, which we'll probably do later on this channel, but then we can build an email list and we can communicate with them even deeper there. But this is the main stuff, okay? We need to understand that if we can build that audience and we can get people coming back, because here's what a lot of people don't realize. If you get a subscriber that is subscribed to your channel and you post a video, that video is going to get pushed to those people. That's what YouTube's algorithm is going to do. That is going to be somewhat of a test for YouTube to know if it should push it out to a broader audience. So yes, we do want subscribers. Now, fun fact, YouTube isn't going to show our videos to all of our subscribers. They're just not. But that is going to be the first audience it is going to push it to. And then it's going to start measuring some of the metrics in the algorithm, like click-through rate, like retention. That's why that intro hook is so important. And the audience, yes, that is what's going to allow us to do 6 figures or even 7 figures. That is how you're going to do it. It's not going to be from just posting videos on YouTube and then YouTube paying you. That's just not how it works in most cases. Now, like I said, expectations, that's the first thing. But the next thing that we need to focus on are titles. And here's the cool thing. YouTube is actually helping us now find titles inside of our YouTube Studio account. And I actually shot a video right here that shows you a new AI feature that YouTube rolled out that helps us find titles that grab our audience's attention and get them to want to watch our stuff. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.